What's the crack? I just put up a post there about jumping to conclusions, and we do it all the time. I was forever doing it till I went on a course last year. It was called Transformation Leadership, and I came across a thing called the ladder of inference. So we make a conclusion based on an assumption. An assumption is generally a snapshot of a perceived reality. Okay, there's a couple of steps to it, but I won't bore you with that. So we basically make an assumption that something is happening based on something we see in a second, and then we draw a conclusion from it, and that determines our actions. So here's an example of it. I was doing a presentation one time. I seen somebody in the audience. She was yawning and kept checking her phone. I started getting paranoid that she was bored, didn't really want to be listening to my presentation. I hadn't got a clue. I started getting anxious. I started getting nervous. So then I started thinking, oh, she's so rude. Next time I see her, I'm never going to talk to her again. So I made a conclusion, and then it determined my actions. But if I was to check in with that person and ask them why would he yawn and why would he check on my phone or checking a phone, they would probably turn and say, let's say an example, their kid was sick last night, and they're left with a babysitter, but they had to come to the presentation. They didn't want to miss it. They really liked it. Blah blah blah. And I'd be thinking, oh fuck. And we can do that with lots of different things. You know, even when we're having the crack with someone and they're laughing at our jokes, we will make an assumption that they think we're funny. And then every time we meet them, we'll be cracking jokes and we'll make this conclusion that, yeah, that's what I do around this, and it'll determine our behaviour. But really, that's not the accuracy of the perceived thing. So in order to find out and don't jump to conclusions, which sometimes, 9 times out of 10, are generally wrong, we need to check our assumptions. We need to check in. We need to ask the question. We need to talk about the assumptions, but we generally don't. We just think we're right. I used to always do that, but now I don't. I'll ask. You know, even in a conversation when somebody says something, you'll process it and you'll make up your own story. But instead of saying, hold on a second, did you mean that I took this from this? And they would say, no, I was talking about something else. We generally make assumptions based on an old story we tell ourselves. So yeah, look, have a check-in. We'll do it 1,000 times a day. When this came to life for me, I was blown away. You know, it happens all the time. We make assumptions all the time based on perceived reality, a snapshot of perceived reality. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you enjoy this post. See you later. Bye-bye.